All right. So the highlight in this particular session was the head fake and having an understanding of when this pattern is developing, like with any pattern. Everybody loves patterns because they think it's then makes it easy. The problem is by the time you identify the pattern, it's too late to take advantage of it. So you have to anticipate a pattern as it's developing. And if you look at this chart, you could see the sideways trade that we had, kind of a slow, methodical session, and it peeks its head up right in here through these tops, right? That's not indicative of a head fake. We're going to go lower. But if you take this box and you look at the middle of it, and that's not arbitrary, then you see our PWAPs that make it even less arbitrary to visually see it, where people are long and short from. It happens to also be the middle of this yellow box I just drew. That's like the line in the sand where this head fake starts to follow through and come to fruition, and it goes from bullish to bearish. Now, in here, you also say, well, you got the location where we could slide and get some momentum to the downside. What could help even confirm that? And our AP sitting over here is something you'd want to see, a big number here on top versus a much, much smaller number here on the bottom. Those are people who want to sell it top or want to buy it bottom. And if you look at that now, so we dip down into these VWAPs, and if you look at it, you see a couple instances where right there it flashed a negative lower number. People were inclined to pull their bids. Then it gets balanced. Then it gets small sell balance and heads down. And then you have a nice sell balance imbalance. I say balance, a nice sell imbalance. You get a little buy imbalance and it comes up, but then wham, the sellers come in and say, no, we want to take this. We're inclined to say we want to get either short or get out of a long, whatever, but we want to sell it. And you need this information ahead of time. Right in there was some of it. Let me play it, pause it. So you get a nice sell imbalance right in there, and it goes down with it that time, but it hangs on, it goes balanced, cleared up, and then the sellers come back in and are able to push it. And so if it doesn't get you short, it should have kept you from hanging on to a long or opening a long because of that progression of, number one, it could be a head fake up to go down. Here's the location of what it breaches. It could be, again, bullish to bearish. And then the sell imbalances come in and stand on it. And then, stay and keep going back to a lot of offers coming in. Don't forget, it's not as much about who buys and sells it. It's about who wants to buy and sell it.